Hey everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Little Marketing Podcast, where we provide you, Australian small business owners, with smart and tangible marketing advice for your small business. Now, whether you're a regular listener or not, we know, being in business for 17 years, that marketing is super overwhelming. So whether it's thinking about how you can stand out from the competition, what activities you should be doing, most of it comes back to the fact that you want to drive more revenue and more profit and give your business more options. So today I'm going to be talking through the journey that most small business owners go through in starting their marketing journey right through to having a successful business, and where marketing is a part of their everyday running of a business, and the influence that Little Marketing has had in that, and the tangible experiences and the journey that these businesses have had. So I'm hoping today to shed some light on what that experience and that journey looks like, to make you feel like, as always, that you're not alone and that you can understand what the marketing journey looks like and could look like for your small business, to give your business the best chance of success in 2025 and beyond. So if I think about how businesses think about marketing, so it's a couple of things. So it's making them look good, or making them look better than what they are, making them look bigger than what they are, so they're probably the same thing. And the second is basically driving more revenue and more profit into their business. So they're kind of two key objectives that I see small business owners have, and they're a need for doing some marketing. So let's talk about that burning need. So when a small business owner first inquires with Little Marketing, we have a quick call, and that quick call, it's about understanding from them what was the prompt for their inquiry to want some marketing assistance and marketing help from Little Marketing as a consultancy. And there's obviously a burning desire, or there's a trigger of something that's happened in their business, in their life, something that they've seen, something they've experienced, a pain point. There's something that has triggered that need, and it's about understanding what has triggered them, because that can really lay out the foundation as to what they want to achieve and whether they are a good fit or not to work with Little Marketing. So after that quick chat, we then will have a discovery call where we understand a whole lot more about their business. But what's so important is to understand how motivated they are as a business owner, what their business model looks like, and whether or not we can work together. And I guess as part of that, business owners, or there's some business owners that don't like change, and marketing can sometimes create change within your business, change that you may not necessarily be expecting, whether it's changing the activities that you're doing, changing the mindset that you have, changing how you're positioning your business and your brand in the minds of your customers that is different. So it's about making sure that as a business owner, you're open to change, you're willing to learn and listen and take on the advice here at Little Marketing. So that's really important. So us discovering that is important. And it's also wanting to make sure that we're a good fit together. Do get along. You don't have to be best friends with the customers that you're working with, but it's about making sure that there's a connection and that we're aligned with what they're trying to achieve and what outcome are they seeking from Little Marketing. If we talk about that motivation element for a second, if they are not a motivated business to be driving their business forward, and they kind of want to pass all the buck onto a marketing consultancy like Little Marketing, then the relationship is not going to work, and chances are the marketing isn't going to work either. It needs to be a partnership. We need to work together to make sure that we're achieving what it is that we're setting out to achieve together. So that's really important. And if it's not a good fit, then that's okay. We can't help everybody, and sometimes there's a mindset shift needed from that small business owner. So at this point, we're at a point where we're like, okay, let's now work together. So at this point, this is the crux, and this is where the transformational part of what we do here at Little Marketing is so important. So we need to make sure, we need to work with our clients to really discover what it is that makes them different, or what can make them different. And if you've listened to our podcast before, you know how important positioning is. So positioning, it's all about positioning your business and your brand in the minds of your customers that is different to the competition. So we will work with our clients to really nut that out and define what that is for their business. So let me use some examples of what that is. So if I think of a couple examples, so I'm going to use an accounting client. So we have an accounting client, been going with them for about 15 or 16 years. Now, when we first started out, they positioned themselves as small business accountants, and every bit of communication that they have communicates that expertise and how they help small business owners. Now, that point was transformational for them. What do I mean by that? They could have positioned themselves as the everyday accountant. We do accounting for everybody, which is like the majority of the accountants out there. Now, if they had have done that, they would have been competing with the other million of accountants that are out there. But they found their focus, they found their target audience, and they have never wavered from that in that 15 years. So that change and that point and that discovery of that positioning was transformational for that business. Let's use another example. We have a client, they're in the cleaning industry, super competitive. Now, I'm not going to tell you exactly how we focus them, but we position them in the minds of their customers that is different to the competition. So we really narrowed in on their audience, we narrowed in on exactly what they offer, and we were really focused on that. So we didn't try to do everything within the cleaning space, we really narrowed it in on a particular focus. And that's a big part of positioning. And by doing that with the client in that cleaning industry, they really found their focus and found their audience so that we could communicate and tailor all the communication that they do. So that point, which was about 5 years ago, was transformational for that business as well. So that positioning and point of difference is so important and is key for any small business owner when you do marketing. Now, why is it so important? If you are generic, you don't have a focus, you don't have a focus on audience, on what you offer and how you help people, then you are then going to be competing with everybody. You want to make sure you minimize the competition, you position yourself differently to the competition, and you, in some cases, eliminate the competition by really having a focus and an expertise and communicating the hell out of that focus and expertise going forward. What does that do? Make sure that your audience knows exactly what you do, why you're different, and they know exactly how you're going to help them. Now, this whole process in working with small business owners is quite personal for us because we know that business isn't just a business, it's life for our clients. It's their family, it's their kids, it's their mortgage, it's their car, it's their holidays, it's their investment. Like it's everything on the line. And as a small business owner, you know that you've put everything on the line, or you're thinking about putting everything on the line to make it your small business a success. So that's not lost on us, and it's making sure that we can be transformational for our clients. So just a quick break. Remember, there's 3 ways that our clients work with us. 1, get that book, $23 on Amazon. 2, you can join our course, enroll at any time, do it at your own pace, $6.99, enroll on your website, super easy, go through the whole process that we're talking about today for you to do at your own pace. And of course, we're here to support you. And 3, it's that consultant executing, and it's that process that we're talking about today, which is number 3, where we work closely with our clients on an ongoing basis to make sure that we're achieving the objectives. Okay, let's get back into it. So once we then discover and figure out that positioning and point of difference, choosing the activities becomes a whole lot easier. The activities will depend then on what is their positioning, who is their audience, where do they offer it, what do they offer? So the activities can then be tailored to all of those criteria. Now, the activity selections doesn't need to come from a marketing consultancy. Anyone can come up with a good marketing idea and what platforms to best communicate that. But what's important is the messaging, the look and feel that goes into those activities, and you can only nail that if you nail the positioning. Because then imagine the messaging will be generic. The visuals will be generic. So let's use the accounting business as an example. So if they're generic, what imagery do they use? Do they use business owner? Do they use an individual? Do they use couples? What imagery resonates with their small business audience? Same with the words that they use. What words will they then be using in all of their collateral? If they focus on small business owners, then all of their words and language can be focused on small business owners versus how generic it would be if they targeted everybody. So again, the effectiveness of the activities will depend on making sure that you have a positioning. Choosing the activities is the easy part. There's no magic marketing activity, whether it's Google Ads, SEO, building a website, writing articles, writing a book, doing a podcast, doing an event, doing flyers, doing cold calls. Like, there's so many marketing activities. There's no surprises when it comes to marketing activities, but it's making sure that your target audience, your positioning, and what you offer is so focused so that communication, the look and feel is targeted to your audience based on what you do, who you do it for, where you do it, and how you help them. So then once those activities are chosen, it's about working with our clients in a consultative approach to make sure that whatever activities we're doing are working, and maybe whatever's not working as well, even if they're doing it, to tweak and fix it, to make sure that if we go back to the very beginning of today, making sure that we're achieving the objectives and the outcomes that we're trying to achieve for our small business clients. So if we look at the key areas of that, so it's understanding the pain points, understanding what prompted them, making sure that we can work together, really defining, and this is the key, their positioning, what makes them different, that's the key. Choosing the activities then becomes easier. Then the messaging and the look and the feel becomes easier because we know what they do, who they do it for, and where they do it. And so then it comes together so that we make some transformational change for our clients and set them on the right path to achieve success for their business. So it's very much a plan and a structured approach. It's not very ad hoc. This stuff doesn't just happen overnight. It's about working with our clients on an ongoing basis in a consultative approach over a period of time to get things working. Magic doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, it takes persistence. The 4 key areas that we talk about: giving marketing the best chance of success, creating that positioning, then never wavering from that, being consistent in a frequency perspective, and then doing it more than your competition. So all of that comes together as part of that overall process when we work with our clients, because we know how important that is. So I hope you got a lot out of today in terms of understanding what marketing could look like for your business, whether you're working with us or doing it on your own with those 3 ways that I spoke about before. It's about making sure that there's a structured approach to what you're doing. As always, love a rating and review on whatever platform you're looking at. I hope you're getting plenty out of it. Again, we're seeing the numbers increase across everything that we're doing, across all of our platforms: TikTok, YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all of them. So love for you to keep sharing, rating, and review. Thanks, guys. We'll see you back next week. Next week, we're going to start a series where we talk about comparing 2 similar activities to show you how they work, why you should do them, whether you should do them, what the investment looks like, what the process looks like, and whether they're an option for you and your small business. So we'll see you back next week. In the meantime, there's lots of shorts across all the platforms: Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. So feel free to make sure to jump on those and have a listen and a watch. Thanks, guys. Have a great week.
Please note that all the information provided on this podcast is general in nature and is not intended to be specific advice to your individual situation. Please be sure to engage a professional for a customized approach to your business and personal circumstances.